Hello student, very good morning to all of you. How are you? I hope you all are happy, healthy and fine at home. Do you remember what were we discussing yesterday? I think yesterday we were discuss about scheme number 3, which is samarium diiodide cyclization based strategy to Van-Ussel model system 11. Previously, before that, we were discuss about scheme number 2, that is a Van-Ussel model system 7. Now is a Van-Ussel model system 11, means fragmentation of the molecule. We are talking about the precursor by using as a retrosynthetic analysis, and we arrived at the molecule which is readily available or commercially available in the market, and starting from that we are going to achieve our target molecule. And the target molecule, what is that? Van-Ussels A and B. So, but in this article we are going to discuss only, we are going to synthesize only the Van-Ussel B and their characterization and spectral data we are going to discuss in that in this article only. And now today what we are going to discuss, let us see over here scheme number 4, construction of model aldehyde plus minus 30. How do we construct, how do we build, or how do we synthesize, or how do we prepare that plus minus 13 molecule? Because in a retrosynthetic analysis we have seen this type of the compound. Now we are going to synthesize that precursors actually in the laboratories by using different reagents and reaction conditions. So, this is the scheme number 4th, which is the construction of modeled aldehyde plus minus 13. And let us see first how do we construct it by using as a different reagent. Let us see over here. At the beginning, let us see this, look carefully, then you can able to draw these structure. This is a 5-membered ring. The partial structure which I am representing here, because we are talking about aldehyde plus construction of model aldehyde plus minus 13. So, that we are discussing over here, and I am representing that on that blackboard. So, you observe this carefully. Then now here at this stage there is a methoxy group OMe. Then at this junction there is a hydroxy group which is above the plane. Here there is hydroxy group CH2OH group like this, and here is a double bond, and this structure which I have drawn over here, this structure is nothing but as a structure number plus minus 15. look at. In the scheme number 4, we are discussing about construction of model aldehyde plus minus 13. So, from plus minus 15 we are going to get, or we are going to achieve the aldehyde plus minus 13. Now, here when it is, let me show here are some reagent number A, some A will be this one. This is a compound which I am representing over here, O, then B is a bromine. I will tell you the name of this compound, and after that B reagent, because the description of each reagent we are going to see later on. But here just remember this is the reagent, then there will be MEO twice CM2, CME2, then PPTS. So, that are the reagent. After adding these reagent on structure number 15, what do you get? You are going to get as a structure number 16 plus minus 16 after adding this. So, here just remember this is the group which is used for the protection of this type, so that you are going to get O. There is a protection of this group. Let me draw once again this group as it is. This is a 5-membered ring which I am representing over here. This is a group. Now, here one bond which is lying behind, one is above the plane. Now, here this is a bond oxygen atom, this should be above the plane, this is a protecting group now, and now this CH2OH remains as it is, and this double bond also remains as it is. What we do? What we did? We protected these two groups, that is a 1,3 protection with the appropriate reagent which I have mentioned over here, and the structure which we got, that is nothing but as a plus minus 16. That is the structure we got over here. After adding the reagent A and B, 2 step, we are getting in a good yield. How much yield, that approximate yield, the author or the scientist they are showing in the paper, that we will see later on, but actual yield more than 80% yield. So, very high yield, because just by protection is a very high yielding process, and therefore, that protection are carried out. After that, let us see here the reagent which I am adding here. Here AB now is a C, means TB DPSCl, TBDPSCl, that is a reagent, that is a tertiary butyl diphenyl silyl chloride, and then D must be ozonolysis O3 in presence of PS3 triphenylphosphine, that is a solvent generally used over here. And after adding these reagents into this intermediate, or we can call it as a reactor, and you are going to get the product. What kind of we know that this is the reagent, and this is a very good reagent for the protection of hydroxyl group. Ozonolysis can break the carbon-carbon double bond, and as we know that ozonolysis is playing very important role in the organic chemistry. Whenever there is a carbon-carbon double bonds are there, it breaking, that ozonolysis is a process of breaking the carbon-carbon double bond and converting into as a aldehyde or ketone depending upon the nature of the olefin. And if you see here, this is a terminal olefin, and therefore in one side we are going to get as a formaldehyde, and other we are going to get as a aldehyde. So by doing the ozonolysis, the application of the ozonolysis in the organic chemistry, if olefin is present, we come to know that the exact position of carbon-carbon double bond or olefin in the unknown structure. That is the main application of ozonolysis. Ozonolysis is a process of breaking the carbon-carbon double bond, and we are getting as a fragmentation of aldehyde and the ketone. That aldehyde and the ketone depending upon the nature of that. So it is going to break over here. Other part of the molecule does not change, because whenever there is a reagent we are adding, why we call as a functional group? Functional group is nothing but as a atom or group of atom that determine the physical or chemical property of a particular family of the organic compound is known as a functional group, or in short we can call it is a site of reaction. Site of reaction, whenever we are adding as a reagent, whole part of the molecule is not get affected, only that specific part of the compound is changing, and therefore it is known as a functional group. And this, as we know that, everybody knows that the function of this reagent to protect or to block the hydroxyl group, either hydroxyl group or the amine group, they get protected very easily with the hide, and we can remove it by using the again suitable reagent, protection and deprotection. Whenever we require the desired product, we can easily remove or we can easily discard that group, protecting group from the compound. Let us see over here. After adding this, separately we are going to see the reagent actual reaction condition also. Here just mentioning as a this one. Now after doing that, what you are going to get? You are going to get over here, this is as it is, is a 5-membered ring. You can observe my hand carefully how I am able to draw that, so that you can find the easiest way of showing this structure. Now other thing remains as it is, protecting that 1,3 protection, and now here hydroxy group O should be here TBDPS, that is a group attached over there, and now this become as a aldehyde group, and this structure now is a plus minus 16. What do you think? You are getting as a, this is nothing but as a plus minus 17 structure. Got it? Okay. After getting the structure number 17, now we are going to add one more reagent, that is here A, B, C, D, now is E, and E is KH, potassium hydroxide and the allyl chloride, and the allyl chloride. Allyl chloride, as we know that potassium hydride act as a base, and allyl chloride, then this reagent can be attacked over there at a specific condition, specific reagent. And what do you get over here? Let us see. Here it will abstract the proton. There are two protons are there. Now let me show over here. One proton here, another proton here. The highly acidic proton, in this case, whether this proton or this proton. Now see, this proton is directly attached to the carbonyl group, so it is associated with the aldehyde group. It is not the proton, it is the functional group CHO. So remember here, and here at a alpha position near the carbonyl group, whenever there is alpha hydrogen atoms are there, they are highly acidic in nature because they are present adjacent to the carbonyl group, and as we know that carbonyl group is an electron withdrawing group, and when electron withdrawing group pulls the electron density along that oxygen atom, and therefore whenever there is alpha hydrogen atom, they are more de-shielded, or what we can call it as in a normal chemistry on the basis of acidity basicity. So that proton is a highly acidic one, and therefore the base, the function of base which can abstract highly acidic proton, and then carbanion is formed over there, carbanion, and then form as a enolate, as we know that. Carbanion and the enolate, these are the two species. Carbanion means carbon atom carries a negative charge, is known as a carbanion, and that carbanion is adjacent to the carbonyl group, and therefore that species is what we can call it as a stabilized, or there is a resonance, you get as a enolate. And enolate then further trapped by the allyl chloride, that group, and so that other part of this molecule remains as it is, there is no change. So let me draw that structure over here. Once again I am showing that arrow over here is a 5-membered ring which I am writing over here. This is a 5-membered ring I am showing over here. Then here 5-membered ring, this one, there is oxygen, and one oxygen should be above the plane, one is below the plane. Other part I am not making any change because there is no change over there. O, T, B, D, P, S, and here only what you are going to get, here you are going to get as a double bond. So you can don't show this one, double bond, then there will be oxygen, then this one allylic group, because KH will abstract the proton, form as a enolate, and that is going to attack allylic chloride, as we know that the structure of allylic chloride should be like this. Then this is the allyl, this is known as the allyl part of the organic molecule chloride, and now whenever negative charge that is going to attack over there, there is a departure of chloride and you are going to get as this one. And after getting as this one, this structure is nothing but as a plus minus 18. This is a structure which we got, that is a plus minus 18 structure we got. After that, let me clean the board so that we can show the other reagents over here. Now, let me clean this first. Only remember, this is the structure number 18. And after 18, we are adding some reagents up to I think E, now is F. F reagent will be the photochemical reaction 200 degree centigrade, microwave kept at 200 degree centigrade, and then it is reduced with sodium borohydride NaBH4 and the methanol MEOH. Methanol we are using over here. And after the methanol, what generally the sodium borohydride used with methanol, what do you get now at 200 degree centigrade in micro oven? Here the reagent which we are using here, generally one effect is observed, and that effect will be the NOE effect. The effect will be the NOE. So, how do we show that NOE effect over here? That I can represent over here. This structure I am representing here. So, look here, this is a 5-membered ring which I am showing over here as it is here, and now here is a double bond, one of the hydrogen atom, then oxygen, then this is the group. Now on the other side here, this group, this is the group which I am representing over here, is that is a hydrogen atom. This is a 12th hydrogen atom, and here is a one of the hydrogen atom is near about 28. This is the group O TBDPS, tertiary butyl diphenyl silyl chloride, like this, silyl you can call it. And now here one of the 5-membered ring which is below the plane, this is a group, and now there is a O, and here oxygen atom, and it is a 1,3 protection is present over here. After here, if you observe this structure carefully, what do you see? Here you will see the NOE effect. NOE. What do you mean by NOE? The full form of that NOE is nothing but, the full form of that NOE is nothing but as a nuclear warehouse effect, and this is generally used in structure determination, organic chemistry structure determination, there are some different technique used in structure determination as far as organic chemistry is concerned. For example, UV spectroscopy, IR spectroscopy, NMR spectroscopy, H1 NMR, carbon 13, HIT-CoZ, CoZ. So this is also as a one of the technique where this is a generally, if you see this proton and this proton, they are in the close proximity. If you see this, there is a bond 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 bonds are there, and therefore the information is transferred through the space, and that is the that information passing through the space. This is the effect, nuclear overhouse effect. NOE arises from through space dipole-dipole interaction between nuclei and is a cross relaxation form term depend from the, so let us, a relaxation term depend from the magnetic field and is related to internuclear distance. So NOE, so let me tell once again, NOE means what? Nuclear overhouse effect, and this is used for the structure determination. These two protons are, when they are in a close proximity, and if you take the spectra, normal spectra once, and after that you irradiate that proton, and after the irradiating, whatever other signal due to the proton, they get subtracted, and only the, suppose you irradiated the proton number 12, you will get as a negative peak, and there is a enhance, means intensity is increase of the proton number 28. So that effect is called as a NOE effect, and NOE effect is a very important as far as the structure determination is concerned. In 351 you already learned this type of the effect in organic chemistry. So that effect is useful over here for this. And after adding this, what do you get? You are going to get the structure number 19 over here, the structure number 19. And so what is that? The structure number 19, which is I am representing over here. This is a 5-membered ring which is shown over here, and after that we are getting this is a 5-membered ring. Other 5-membered ring we can show like this, and this is a oxygen atom, this is a protected 1,3 protection, and now this group CH2 OTB DPS, that remains as it is, but in this case here you are going to get the group which is attached over here like this, aldehyde group. So here, and now there is a, this group is attached, this is a group, then CH2, and there is a double bond. So that type of the things are Claisen rearrangement type. You might be knowing as a Claisen rearrangement, or this is nothing but as a 3,3 sigmatropic rearrangement reaction by looking this structure. So how it will rearrangement takes place. So 1, 2 and 3, here 1, 2 and 3, 3, 3 sigma dropping, means this is going to attack over there, this double bond shifted over here, and now this is going to attack over there, and you will get that type of the compound. But after addition of sodium borohydride, that aldehyde group is get converted into as a alcohol, and that is why it is shown over there like this, and that is a stereochemistry. And this is the structure is nothing but as a plus minus 19. Got it? And after 19 structure, whenever we are adding the reagents like this, the reagents are now is a F, G, the reagent number G is a BOMCl, BOMCl, IPRNET, IPRNET. Then next H is nothing but as a O3, again PH3, P, triphenylphosphine, then I, reagent number I is nothing but as a this one, TB, DPSCl, TBSCl, that is TBSCl, DBU, and then O3, J must be O3 PS3P. These are the reagent. After addition of these reagent, what you are going to get? You are going to get the structure number 13, and which is this. Let me draw once again the structure. I am representing over here. This as it is a 5-membered ring. Then there is this group, and after that this one, and now here as we know that oxygen like this, and after that O, TB, DPS as it is, and but here this hydroxy group get protected by BOM, and this other part we are getting, it is a aldehyde group, and this is nothing but plus minus structure number 13, which we got over here. So this is the scheme number 3 we have seen over here. What are the role of each reagent over here, that we will discuss in our next lecture. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.